The law of sin and death claims that for every sin that is committed, there is a death penalty that must be paid. In the book of Romans chapter 6 verse 23, it says, "The wages of sin is death," meaning that there is nobody on earth who sins for free. Every sin that you commit, there is a death wage penalty that needs to be paid. In the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 17, this is when the Lord told Adam, "You shall eat of every tree except of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, because in the day you eat of it, you shall surely die." And when the Lord was talking about death there, he was not talking about just physical death, but spiritual death, him being separated from God, him facing eternal judgment. Now, whenever you sin, you have been found wanting and you need to pay a wage of death. The book of Romans chapter 5 verse 12 tells us that sin entered the world through one man, and then through sin death entered. So in the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 17, when Adam sinned, this was the introduction of sin. And wherever there is sin, death is the byproduct of sin. So because Adam sinned, all mankind sinned, and also mankind was going to get that judgment of death, which is eternal separation from God. However, here is the good news. Jesus Christ then comes and says, "I did not come to abolish the law, but I have come to fulfill the law." And the law of sin and death says, for every sin that is committed, there must be a death penalty that is paid. Then Jesus then says, "I will die on behalf of mankind so that they don't have to face eternal judgment, which is death." So there is nobody that could ever acquire redemption or forgiveness from the Lord without the blood of Jesus Christ. Even if you sin right now and you say, "God, please forgive me," without Jesus Christ, you can't acquire forgiveness, because you would be violating this law of sin and death, which is the wages of sin is death. I hope this spiritual teaching helped you, and I'll see you on yet another spiritual teaching. Shalom.